Today we are going to be decorating these cookies like little Canada flags. And I also decided to make a little American flag too. And actually this one was a lot easier to decorate because you don't have to draw all these maple leaves on the flags. These took a very long time to do. But I will show you how I did them. Yeah, let's start decorating our cookies. Now the other thing you can do for a flag is just using a rectangle shape and just cut out rectangles. This is going to be a lot easier and you'll still get flags. To make the icing, we will need a bowl, our sifter, 1 cup of icing sugar, 2 teaspoons of milk, 2 teaspoons of light corn syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, and about 1 drop of lemon juice. Now to start, we're going to have to sift our icing sugar. We don't want lumps in our icing. And the pieces that don't sift out, I just throw in the garbage. And now we will add our milk and our corn syrup and our flavoring. This one will end up turning the icing a slight ivory color. And I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon juice that helps to counteract the super duper sweetness of the icing. And now we'll just stir it all together. Now this icing is too solid. I'm going to have to add a little bit more milk. So I will start by adding just a little bit. You don't want to add too much because if it gets too liquidy, then you have to deal with adding more icing sugar and then more milk and then more icing sugar, and that's just a big pain. But you want it to be a consistency that you can easily squeeze through a piping bag with a small tip. You want it to be able to flow smoothly because otherwise it will just break while you're trying to make your edge for on your cookie. Alright, and now we're going to just take and separate out some of our white icing. So do about half of it. I have here some gel red food coloring. Hopefully we'll get a nice red color. And as a tip, if your colorings are sticking around for a long time, because it takes a while to use them up, I like to just take a piece of saran wrap, put them on top, and cover them that way. It keeps them as a gel for much longer than if you just use the regular lid, because there's not as good of a seal on these lids. Another tip, red food coloring actually has flavor to it, so I prefer using less rather than more, and that's okay. I'm okay with my red not being dark red. It's alright if it's kind of a pinky color. It does tend to darken as it dries. Here we have our cooled cookie and our icing bag. I just twist it at the top. I know some people like to use elastic. Here we go. So I'm going to use my number 3, and I'm going to use the thicker white icing to do an outline for the white area. Now to outline, all I'm doing for outlining is I'm going from the red here all the way across to the red there. That way, when I flood my cookie later, the icing won't fall off the edge. Now I removed as much of the icing from the decorator bag as I could. I'm going to add a bit more milk. We're going to be making this icing runnier now. And that's, you want it to flow because you want it to flood the cookie and be as flat as possible. Now you don't have to be super picky here, you just kind of fill in a bit. And the toothpick will do the rest of the work. There you go, we flooded the white on that one. And now we've got our red icing ready to go. Alright, now we will fill our red up.